What's good, my people? Welcome back to another one. Let's get straight to business, because if you guys take a look at the headlines or what's happening out there in the markets, you guys can see it's red across the scene, and we wouldn't have it any other way because we are in the game of options, and that means regardless of where they send these prices, whether it's higher or whether it's lower, nothing stops us over here getting to our bag. And that's exactly what today's video is going to be about. It's about showing you guys the next maneuvers we are looking to take to go ahead and run it up a couple extra thousand people. So you most certainly want to be locked into this one. But before I go ahead and get to the plays that we are looking to do the business on, let me just go ahead and show you guys what it looks like when you consistently pull up to the options market week in and week out. Come take a look at my options account for this year, because you guys can see we've ran it up over $1 million in profits and counting. If you guys know anything about me, we ain't stopping here. We're continuing higher. But it's my duty to go ahead and show you guys the journey of what it looks like to make millions in the options market while you are still young. And as you guys can see, not every single day was sunshine and rainbows. Sometimes a play or two doesn't go your way, but if you guys take a look at the performance over the year, that's what's important, and it's nothing less than spectacular, people. I'm not just here to show you guys the journey, I'm here to bring you along as well. And that's why every single play that I get into, best believe the whole team is there with me. All right, people. That being said, if you haven't already, make sure you are in the team. The link for that is down below. Better yet, when you guys hop into the team, just say, listen, Sankey, I'm in the team. I've arrived. Put me in the play, and I'm going to give you guys the details for the next one, because best believe we are looking to run it up hundreds of percentage points, and I want to make sure that you don't miss out on that action, people. It's about time. Let's get into the plays, because listen, people, the updates we are seeing right now, the activity we're seeing in the market is a gold mine of an opportunity. And I want to make sure that you guys know how to capitalize on it. So let's run the first one. Take a look. We've got none other than Palantir. Listen, people, we don't have to go too far from familiar territory to run it up in the next couple of days. All right, and we're starting right here. Palantir currently $172. Let's just take a look at how this thing has performed over the week, because listen, it got out the gate slow at 170. We saw this thing push up to the 194s. All right, that's a big movement intra week, and now we're seeing it collapse right back down to where we started at 172. And I want you guys to know, best believe they're about to send this thing under $170. And as a result, how do you make money off that move? You don't buy the stock, you run it up in the options market, people. Yes, remember, it's the put options that increase in value exponentially as the stock price moves lower, and that is going to be the theme for today's video, people, because listen, they want to continue to lay the smackdown on the markets, continue to push prices lower. All right, the way that we come out the other end shine, the way that we come out the other end raining money around here is through the put options, and this is a name that we could capitalize on. Okay, so listen, they're gearing up, the engineering and move to send this one under $170 in a day or two, people. Now here's the thing, I'm going to give you guys a couple of names, all right, that are high up on our pipeline of plays that we could be getting ready to do the business on. But best believe I'm only going to be jumping into one of these, and it's going to be the best of these names. All right, people. But Palantir most certainly is right up there for names that they are looking to continue to pile the pressure on. It's not just this name. Take a look at Hood, another one of our names that is very familiar around here. Listen, we've made a ton of money on this one in the stock market, a ton of money in the options market, and now we've got to go ahead and continue to give some love to the options market on this one. Let's take a look at the week's action. We saw this thing get out the gates at 122. All right, they pushed this up again to the 137. You see the trap that they laid for the markets, and now they pushed this one back down to $122. Here's the thing, people, I want you guys to know that even though these names, still the pressure is to the downside, still the momentum is to the downside, they can play all these tricks, all these sneaky moves to move you guys off center, to confuse you, to bamboozle you. Like, check this, tomorrow in the markets they could shoot this one out the gates and send it higher. They could send this to 125. You might see that and you might think that, hey, this thing is continuing to go up. Maybe it's call options. I'm confused. I don't know what to do. What's happening? Sankey said it's going to go lower. That's the thing, guys. Right? So that's why I want to make sure that you guys are with the team so you know exactly the moves that we are taking. Because listen, if they're going to shoot this higher out the gates tomorrow, best believe that's an amazing opportunity to make even more money as they reverse course, flip the script and send it lower through the afternoon and through into the close of the session, people. Right, so listen, we're prepared for all scenarios around here, but again, this is a name that they are getting prepared to send this under $120, and that is a lot of cash waiting to be collected in the put options on this thing. Okay, listen, it was once that this was a high flyer in the 150s, all right, and we took it there. Remember, we picked this up at $45 in the stock market, okay, and rode it all the way up. But you guys can see this is a twin peak double top we're seeing right here, and that just means they're going to continue to slam the brakes on this one. It's going to be a lot of profit taking happening. Listen, there's still people who are in this who wish they sold at 150. What are they going to do? They're going to continue to sell out of their position as the pressure piles on. They ain't going to have the resilience to hold this one through this next wave of downside that we are seeing. But regardless, guys, our next maneuver is to capitalize on the downside, and Robinhood is the name that we could be getting prepared to take advantage of as soon as tomorrow, people. So listen, it's profits real soon. Let's take a look at another name. All right, again, we don't need to go too far from home. This is another one, Tesla, $402 on the day. Look at the movement down. We're seeing this down 6.57%. All right, let's take a look at the week's action. Now, listen, we started strong, almost at all-time highs on this. All right, but it has now come and seen its day of reckoning. And listen, people, when it comes to Tesla, it gives amazing action to the upside, but also gives amazing action to the downside as well. Okay, we get some strong upside days, day after day, but also to the downside, the same thing. Now, what they're looking to do is push this comfortably into the mid 350s. Okay, so again, we could be looking to take advantage of this. Again, we got a strong pipeline of opportunities. Let me remind you guys, I'm not going to be jumping into all of these. I'm going to be jumping into the best of the best, all right? Best believe the team is going to be right there with me to capitalize on what we are seeing, because as I said, it is a gold mine of an opportunity taking place right now. You're going to see a lot of headlines talking about the worst days and the worst day in months, billions and billions wiped off the markets, bubble talks, fear talks, crashes, correction. And listen, we're just going to be here to collect the cash in the options market, all right, people? And that is how you play the game in the markets. So Tesla's another one that we could be getting prepared to do the business on. It doesn't stop there though. Check it out. We got another one of our favorites. Let's just jump into this one. That's TQQQ. Okay, so this is an ETF that combines tons and tons of stocks, slaps on a 3x leverage. So best believe this is going to give phenomenal action. Okay, this is going to move nothing less than 5% a day. And let me remind you, if you convert that into the options market, that means those options, they're going to move 100% per day. Okay, so we are talking big money here, and that is why I told you guys this is a gold mine of an opportunity that you guys want to be taking advantage of with us. Okay, because listen, when we pull up to the options market and when we pull up to those put options, all right, we always deliver. Okay, so again, this is another one that we are looking to do the business on to the downside. They're getting prepared to send this under $100, but again, I remind you guys, they could shoot this out the gate strong tomorrow. Okay, we could see this back at 107, 108, 109 territory. That's just them laying that trap, okay, before they flip the script, reverse course, and then that true intended move follows and they send this under $100. Okay, but best believe regardless of what they do, we are going to ensure that we are getting into these options, okay, to ride them lower at the best price points to deliver those phenomenal returns. And listen, when we pull up to the options market, we want nothing less than 100%, and we compound that over time, right, people? So listen, this move we're seeing in the markets is just too good. I can't even express to you guys. Take a look at ARKK, currently $77. You guys can see on the day it's down 5%. But if you guys believe that this is where it stops, you guys are most certainly mistaken. They're going to continue to apply the pressure. They're going to continue to slam the brakes on these markets, and it's about time. And it's only time for you. It's about time for you guys to go ahead and take advantage of this move, take advantage of this intel that I'm sharing with you guys, right? And it's very easy to do so. It's very easy. You just hop into the options market, take advantage of these names with us at the right price points, and get out at the right price points as well, because this downside move we are seeing isn't going to last forever. Okay, it's only going to last a couple of days, and then it's time to flip the script and get into some of these call options. All right, but that's going to be for a video for another day. All right, the next maneuver is using some of these plays and running it to the downside. All right, people, so that's the video for today, and I'll see all of you guys on the next one.